All right, all right, all right. Want to make sure that we are live. Let's see. Yep. All right, got that going. Okie dokie, Smokey. Give me a second to get everything going on the screen. What's up, everybody? Want to make sure we are good. Okay, Catch the Crazes live. What's up? What's up, Casey? The Sledge in the house. What's going down, James Brown? All right, so I'm gonna get this here. I'm actually going live on my PC. I'm going to be coloring one of my pages from my book. But before I start, I always like to do the intro. Let's get this going. Where's my intro? All right, here's the intro. Let's get this started. All right. Let's get some music in the background going. Lower that a little bit. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Crazy Man. I am back today. I'm going to draw because I go away next week for a week, and I wanted to get some connections going with everybody. And let's put this here. Here's the link. Back today. Boom. All right. And then I just want to put the link here. What's up, Blackout Comics, KC? And here's the link for anybody who doesn't have it. Return post. All right, cool. All right. All right, so I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between multiple applications with StreamYard and Brother Samuel. Where's my live? Hold on 1 second, sorry. All right, it doesn't show me on Catch the Craze, but that's fine. All right, cool. So I'll be going back and forth between screen. Hey, what's up, Daphne? Yes, we're working together. So this was the homage cover that I did for the campaign that's going live now. The link's in the chat in the summary. And I am going to find the page that I'm going to color today. And these are just all the variant covers for the book for Designated My Toilet. And if you're a first time and you don't know who I are, my name is Samuel. I am an independent comic book creator. I'm also the host of Catch the Craze podcast. You're watching this on Catch the Craze on Instagram. And what's up, Lumberjack? Lumberjack Nick Art. And basically, I've been running Catch the Craze podcast since 2005 when I founded it. And I also create my own comic books. And I just launched my campaign this week for book number 7. Here's another variant cover for book number 7. This handsome dapper Don, his name is Duty. He's from the planet Uranus, and he's the star of this series. And this is another variant cover. And it's a 24-page book, full colored. I do all the work with the exception of the lettering. George Medina, who's also the co-host of Catch the Craze podcast. What's up, Dwayne? He does the lettering for the book. And so here's one of the pages I will be coloring. So these are the flats. And this is one of the pages I'll be coloring. And this is No Boo for You. They are the ghost hunting crew that was hired to go and capture the ghost, but there is no ghost. And as you can see, they're making a mess out of the place. So you're getting a sneak peek, spoiler, behind the scene page of one of the pages. And this is Bobby and his best friend Patrick and Brittany. And Bobby in the center with the red shirt believes that there's an alien that he saw in the toilet. He's trying to prove to his dad. But his dad believes there's a ghost in the house, which is why no boo for you is there. So it's all types of craziness. And we are close to making our goal. And if you're watching this for the first time, if you back the campaign today at a physical level, you will get a free copy of ARG, my short story prose about a goblin, half-breed goblin who was born into a human body on the eve of Halloween. So he's half goblin, half human, and his sole purpose was to be able to unlock the gates to the goblin world so they could take over the planet. But he's torn between his human side and his goblin side. So you'll get a free copy of that short story prose. I forgot how many pages is in the book. And if you're watching me, no, you can't see me. This is the book. Let me see. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, you can. This is the book right here. And if you make a digital pledge, you'll get the digital version for free. So that's my gift. It's only for today during this live stream. So you make a digital pledge for the campaign. So actually, I want some highlights. Lighten. I gotta look up and down as I'm coloring. So Alan is a single dad raising his son Bobby on his own. They live in a nice suburban house in Colorado, and their whole world got rocked when an alien vessel crash landed in the woods. And who knew that overnight things would change dramatically? If you've never picked up the first issues, Alan's become the butt of jokes at work because when Alan was having a poker game with his buddies at the house, Bobby, trying to prove to his dad that there was an alien in the toilet, did something that created some comedy that his friends are using against him, without giving away all of the details. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm trying to get as much airtime before I go on my business trip for work, because I won't be able to do any promotions while I'm away, which is not cool, but it is what it is. So I'm going to try to create some graphics in the meantime, so I can use as promotional when I'm at least at night, because I'll be busy all day through basically from 8:30 a.m. to basically 10 p.m. each day, and so I'll probably be just posting and updating during the evenings as best as I can. I believe George and Jonathan Syphax are at a convention somewhere of state in on the East Coast. I think that's the last time I spoke to him a couple of days ago. I think that's where he said they were going to be. So that's pretty cool. Forgot what event, but it's pretty cool. For everybody in Texas, I will be at Geek Out on Free Comic Book Day, May 3rd, doing a book signing for Herman, the story, the back issue. So let me look at StreamYard for a second. Facebook, okay, cool. So yes, so Make Better Comics is the publisher of the anthology that I did a story for, and it comes out on Free Comic Book Day throughout the state of Texas. And I will be at Geek Out in Olson, Texas, doing a book signing on the day it comes out. I'll be signing copies of the book. So if you don't know who Herman is the Chihuahua from my comic book series. He has a backstory. You'll find out all about Herman and how he ended up in the home being adopted by Alan and Bobby. And so I'm excited about that. I'll be there doing a book signing with artist Marco. What's his last name? Well, Marco is a talented artist. And if you know who Lori Calcaterra is, he did Path of the Pale Rider art for her books, I think the first 2 issues. And then he's done a lot of other stuff. He has a published piece with Image Comics. He's a really talented artist. So he'll be there with me. We'll be doing that book signing together. Because he also has a story in the anthology as well. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's on Free Comic Book Day, May 3rd. And as always, I will be having incentives when you come out and see me and Geek Out. I think this will be my 4th book signing with Geek Out. Each year, Free Comic Book Day, I'm there. They've been great to me. Great host, great supporters of the independent movement. So I'm excited for that. I bounce back and forth between screens. After this, I'll be on TikTok live. Yesterday I went live on TikTok. There's about 125 people on the stream, which was pretty dope. I'll be back on there today. I'm trying to do TikTok live on my desktop, but it doesn't work for Apple. You gotta use a PC. So I'm using my phone instead, and it doesn't give you all the features that you would get on a desktop when you're using, I think it's like TikTok Studio or something like that. But I'm trying to build that base there. And there's a lot of active followers on TikTok. So shout out to all of you, anybody who's right now. I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram simultaneously. Then I'll go on TikTok live. And shout out to William Russell, who launched Psycho Sal on Kickstarter. He's killing it. I mean, I think he made his goal in like 15 minutes, I think it was. And I have a cover on that Kickstarter, a mashup of Duty as Psycho Sal. And if you don't know who William Russell is, just head over to Kickstarter and check out Psycho Sal. He's also an established artist who's done a lot of work for a lot of publishers, and he's also published through Charter Comics. You always see him on Facebook Live. He's always doing commissions and live drawings, all that stuff. And he hit me up at a convention. And he's like, "Hey, Sam, I really like your character Duty. I was wondering if you want to do a mashup of Duty for the next Kickstarter of Cycle Sal." We talked, we made the deal, and it launched. And so if you back that campaign and get my cover, and you get any cover from my Kickstarter, which is right now, there's the end of my toilet, you will get a free commission sketch card from me of any character of your choice. So that's the deal. You just got to go to Cycle Sal on Kickstarter, get that cover, and then back my campaign and get one of my covers, one of the 4. It doesn't matter which cover you get. So. I wonder if you can hear me on there. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, so okay, cool. I was just trying to check Instagram, make sure that the audio was coming out. All right, so that's done. Event log, what is this? Okay, that's what that is. I'm gonna change this tone here to darker. So what are you working on, Daphne? If you're there. Nice. Number 10. That's a huge milestone. Congrats. Yeah, yeah. I think I got sidetracked because I did when I did uh Duty's Monsters. Uh, I think at that time I wanted some a little break from drawing Duty, and so I did Duty's Monsters issue 1. And then, man, I think I was talking to Ani about this morning. We were chatting through Messenger, and when I was not working, I was knocking out pages like there was nobody's business. But with work, it takes me a lot longer to get things done. And what is... I'm going to do a circle there. So... where's that door? Is this? Yep, that's this. All right. I remember how... I can only imagine. I remember how it was to get art done when I had a full-time... Yeah. It's crazy. I think a lot of it is just energy. Getting the energy and the stamina to finish or sit behind a desk and draw. I don't want that color. Oh, I was supposed to do it as a multiply. There it is. That's not even a circle. Yeah. That's what I have to do. I get up at 4:45 every day to go to work, and then it's an hour drive to work. And Texas traffic's getting worse and worse every day. Oh, I didn't want that. And then coming home from work is even worse. The traffic's even more worse. If I don't leave at a specific time, I'm spending my whole evening in traffic. So that's the worst part. So by the time I walk in, then I don't even have the energy to work. So what I do is I go to the garage first and I'll work out, so I can have the energy, so I can start, so I can actually try to get something done and draw. The bottom panel looks like it should be in the dark. Yeah, yeah. Well, they got. I have. This is just the flats. These guys are using. You'll find out what they're using to catch ghosts, but they're just crazy. Yeah, I haven't got to that part yet. Because Bobby's trying to prevent them from going in his room, and they just tear it up. They just tear it up. So Bobby's not happy. Not in my room, Dad. This is 7. This is the last. So what I do is I flat all the pages first, and then once I'm done flatting all 24 pages, then I go in and I do all the colors. So this is the last of the pages, and they go off to George tonight to start lettering. So he'll start working on this week. Because this, yeah, yeah, the good thing is that by the time the campaign ends, it'll be completely lettered and ready to go to the press to print. So as long as because I know George does a lot of lettering for a lot of different people too. So I think he's got like 3 projects in the can right now going. That guy's keeping himself busy. Oh, I was supposed to send. Oh man, I was supposed to send something out. I gotta send that out. I don't want that. That's too bright. What's up, bro? Brago and Joe Ride, the 80s guy. What's up, guys? Yeah. Working under the wire. To the wire, to the limit, to the world. All right, these guys. Nope. Let it go. Hey, what's up, Lou? What's up, Aurelius? Yeah, I was able to I got out of work early today. I was like, hey, I'm going online and I gotta get some stuff done. You're getting to see some sneak peeks, some page layouts. This is one of the pages from the series, and that group of guys, that's no boo for you, guys and gals. They're about to tear it up. They're making a mess of the house. So when I get back next week, the first thing I'm gonna do is go see The Working Man with Jason Statham. I love his movies. Has any of you seen Snow White? As controversial as it sounds. I went to see it because I wanted to, I wanted to see what it was like. It wasn't bad. I think it was just, her mouth got in the way of the movie and created controversy, which is why they lost millions of dollars. But I think Gal Gadot was awesome. Even as controversial as she was, her acting was pretty cool. I just wish they would have used real little people instead of CGI. I thought that was a miss, but it was entertaining. I love going to the movies. I always go on a weekday, and I always go and usually get a matinee. Because it's not as crowded, rarely ever crowded at that time, and it's usually a more mature audience at that time anyway, so you don't have to worry about craziness and people talking and all that stuff. But I just love popcorn and movies. And the reason why I like going to movies is because you can watch it in silence. If I'm at home and we're watching movies, love it to death, but my wife wants to talk throughout the whole movie about every scene. Why did they do that? I can't believe this. Oh, this is horrible. And I'm like, I can't watch it. So in the movie theaters, can't do any of that stuff. So you get to actually enjoy it. Oh yeah, I can imagine. When I was a teenager, when I was younger, when my mom passed, I lived alone. I would go to movies by myself. Same thing. I go and catch a matinee. And it's usually a bunch of retirees in the theater. And I just loved just the escape from it all. I'm usually talking about anything else. Yeah, no, I need to watch the movie in silence. But I've been going to movies forever, since I was a kid. I remember as a kid going to the movies to see The Great Muppet Caper, The Muppets Take Manhattan, The Dark Crystal, The Never-Ending Story. Those were awesome. And then I worked at a movie theater. I worked at a movie theater for my freshman and sophomore year in high school. Just stay in the living room, so he gets to watch the remainder of the movies in peace. Yeah, I think that's the only thing for me. It's just I want to watch it. I don't want to miss anything. I don't like pausing. My wife tends to pause everything. Oh, hold on, I want to get something to drink. Oh, hold on, I gotta go check on the cats. Hold on, and it's constantly paused. And I'm like, oh, and I never get to truly enjoy it. I don't know. What does it say? Is there anything that you guys are looking forward to that's coming out on streaming or in the movies? If someone asks me if I want to watch a movie, I usually ask, how long is it before I commit? that's, that's crazy. My wife hates going to the movie theaters. I get her to go with me because we make deals. If I go to the mall with her, she has to go to the movies with me, and because I hate malls. So that's how we negotiate. Minecraft and Jack Black. Wow, cool. Yeah, Minecraft looks like it's gonna be fun. Yeah, we went to a mall this weekend in Texas, the Allen Outlet Mall. Now, mind you, it's an outlet mall, so it's outdoors, so it's more tolerable. But my wife tends to shop. It's like a 3-hour event. So I sat in the car. I got me a latte. I was listening to a podcast. I was like, so technically I went to the mall. So now she has to go with me when I get back to go see The Working Man. I'm still waiting for season 2 of Blue. Yes. Blue-Eyed Samurai is fantastic. I can't wait for season 2. I thought it was supposed to come out in November. Did they move the date again? The only place I don't mind spending money. Yeah, Barnes & Noble. I could spend all day in Barnes & Nobles. I'm so glad that bookstores are on the rise again. Bookstores are the best. There's this buy and sell bookstore. I don't know if it's in Garland or Allen. I forgot where it is. But I went there and I was there. I could spend the whole day there. And it was massive. Let's see, what's this? Trying to share this. Is it? Yeah. Sorry, it's posting. Yeah, Blue-Eyed Samurai. I mean, the animation, everything about it is just like legit. I'm waiting for like the Mandalorian. The next season of the Mandalorian. I can't wait for that. I don't know what's slowing that down. That's legit. I didn't see that, Arcane. Is that like on Max? HBO Max? Because I don't have that. Like I have Apple Plus. I have Disney Plus. I have Amazon Prime, Netflix, and I think that's it. What's up, guys? What's up, Mondry? Yes, I haven't seen that stuff. I haven't seen was it the Joker? Oh, is it the Penguin? The Penguin. I haven't seen the Penguin yet on I guess it's Max, I think, right? I got it away. Arcane is on Netflix? Oh, I gotta check it out. How do you keep duty out of your head long enough to sit through a movie? I'm completely distracted by working on my stuff. That's why I can't concentrate. Because duty is how would I explain it? I have a system where when I'm working out, when I get home from work, I go to the garage to work out. That's when I'm thinking about duty. I'm thinking about the story. I'm thinking about all of the characters, the supporting characters, what's going to happen next. And that helps me get into the mindset to go into the room to draw. But when I'm in a movie theater, when I'm watching a movie, I'm all in with that movie. Like, I feel like I'm in the theater, in the movie. I feel the pain, you know. I empathize with the pain and the journey of the characters, and I'm like all in. So Duty, basically, I channel him when I need to channel Duty. So Duty's with me when I'm prepping, which is when I'm working out, and that's when I'm thinking about him. And Duty's with me when I'm sleeping, because then when I go to sleep, I'm thinking about what's happening next, that kind of stuff. And then when I'm driving to work, I'm thinking about promotion, I'm thinking about marketing, I'm thinking about, you know, trying to communicate to as many people as possible, that kind of stuff. So I segment everything, you know, and then I'll have like one day a week where I'll go and try to update the website, fulfill any orders from the website. So I'm able to turn it all off, because when I'm all in with Duty, when I'm sitting there drawing, I'm all in. Same thing. So if that makes sense. What's up, Dylan? What's up, Joker fan? It's going down. Yeah, because when I start working on Duty, I can't be disrupted because the flow is there. There's a process that I have that it's almost as if I feel like as an energy that's speaking through me to tell the story. So when that starts happening, I'm all in. There's no getting out of it. But I'm seldomly 100% 7 days a week on. It's usually specific times of the day where I'm creative when it comes to drawing Duty and telling his story, because the other side of me, the other hat that I wear is all the administrative stuff. So I try to get that out of the way, which is not my most favorite things to do. So this way, I try to get out of the way fast enough so I can just focus on the characters. Yeah. Yeah, I saw JD's using that new site. I forgot what it's called. I haven't done it yet because everything takes so much time. I just made a purchase for, I forgot the name of what it's called. It's for when I draw, it's that little trackpad that you can program it with all the keys on your graphic tablet. A touch box. I just ordered a touch box. So I can speed up my drawing process, because right now I'm using the keyboard and I need something faster, and that I can just use with my left hand with a few buttons to touch without going crazy. So I just ordered that, so I'm looking forward to setting that up so I can. And the good thing about the touch box is that it also works with the iPad, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so I used to have something like that when I was a gamer on my PC. I stopped gaming a long time ago, I think like 20 years ago. But I used to have something similar to that, um, so I can speed things up instead of just using the keyboard. And so I keep getting all those ads on Facebook. So for the touch box, and it keeps popping up. So I was like, all right, let me do some research. I looked it up. It looks legit. I got I didn't get the most expensive version. I just sent something simple because all I need is for my commands, my undos, my all that stuff. So I got it to give me what I need. Oops. Hey, when I do that stuff. What's up, Jesus Barrios? Jesus Barrios. I'm always looking to speed up my process. Always want to get faster, and any tools that are out there that is going to help me with that, I always look for it. One investment that I made years ago, and I don't even know if you remember this tool, was the what was it called? Inkling by Wacom. They released this thing called Inkling, which allows you to draw. It allowed you at that time to draw on any surface or paper, and they would pick it up on the computer. Do you know that when I was unpacking, when I was going through some stuff in my garage the other day, I realized I had it. I never even opened it and used it, which is crazy. I was like, man, I was so excited to have that, and for some reason, I don't remember ever putting it together or using it. I think it was because at that time I got frustrated with my graphic tablet that I had at the time. It wasn't a really good one. So I don't know if that was the reason why, but I was like, dang, Sam. What's up, Gary? I don't even know if they make it anymore. That's the whole thing. I never even put it together. I don't know if it works with any operating system because I bought it, been here 3 years. I was there 4 years. 14 years ago? Dang. Now it's a relic. It's going to go into a museum. George is at a convention. He's with Jonathan. They're at some sort of convention upstate. I don't know. He told me that over the phone yesterday. He told me that over the phone the other day, and I don't remember which one it was. That I can't tell you. But yeah, they're out there hanging out. They're rocking out. I think they're just there as fanboys. I don't think they're there as as I don't think they have a table. Yeah. Yeah, it's been raining out here too. We've been having thunderstorms and Texas thunderstorms sound like gods of war. It is crazy up in here. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm trying to figure out. I'll get the background first. Oh, I have to do the. Is that this? Yeah, that's it. How many layers? Oh my goodness, I don't even know. Quite a bit. Right now. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 layers right now. Each is that it's Clip Studio. I gave up Photoshop when they started nickel and diming and doing the whole subscription base and jacking up the prices. I was like, you guys can go. It's like I'm not having that. No way, Jose. What's up, Wednesday Pool? Yeah, they'll be, once they started doing that subscription base, I was like, I'm out of here. And that's what I like about Clip Studio, because I forgot how much I paid. It was pennies. And I own it, If I want to upgrade, I can upgrade. But, and then, I have it for all my Mac products. So I have it on my iPad Pro, my iMac, and my MacBook. So I can work on off of any of them anytime. I think you can. Let me see. File export. You can export bitmap. Yeah, you can export BMP files, JPEG, PNG, TIFF, Targa, WEP, and PSD files. So you can export to anything, which is pretty dope. And my line art, the black and white art, is vector, so which makes it easy. So all the black and white stuff is all vector files. Yeah, it's a great software application. It's easy to adapt to. Like, I don't know all the features yet. I'm still exploring my learning the coloring process as I go, and there's a lot of features that I haven't even used yet, but it's a dope tool. Yeah, there's everything. Everything that Adobe has, it has. It has a lasso tool right here on this side. So it has Eclipse, lasso, polylines, selection pen, erase selection, shrink selection, rectangular, so it has all of those features. Everything that Adobe has, Eclipse Studio has. I haven't found anything that I needed that I couldn't find, which was always also why it was so easy to adapt to, because a lot of the features were similar. So if you're an Adobe user, it'll be easy to just conform and transition. I remember Manga Studio. I remember that. I think I had that at one time. Yeah, I remember that. It's been a minute. Yeah, this is called Clip Studio Paint. I don't know if that was the question or. Or are you saying it's called Clip Art now? Oh yeah, it's called Clip Studio. Yeah. Yeah. Like 4 years ago, my kid, man. Yeah, no, for me, it's about the the Benjamins. Once they started creeping into my pockets, I was like, all right, gotta find a new home. At one point, I did. I forgot the name of the program. Very novice. I forgot what it was, but I didn't like it as a coloring tool. It's mostly for photos. So I gave that up quick when I found Clip Studio. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Who doesn't like free? Yeah, I can't even tell. What is this event log? Cool. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this is one of the pages from the series that's named In My Toilet, book number 7, which is on Kickstarter right now. If you're watching this for the first time, head over to Kickstarter, type in There's an Alien in My Toilet, or hit the link in the chat and check out the campaign. This is book number 7, No Boo For You. And those guys are down below. That's the No Boo For You organization. Their subtitle is Catching Ghosts Is What We Do. And that's Bobby, Patrick, and Brittany in the house. Again, we're on the 5th day of the campaign. Check it out. We're short of making goal. And if you're watching this stream and you're watching it for the first time, and if you make a pledge for physical or digital reward during this live stream, which I'm about to end, you'll get a free copy of ARG. It's a short story prose. Digital backers will get a digital, and physical backers will get a physical, as my way of thanking you. And it's about a goblin half-breed born into a human world, a human family, and he's torn between his goblin world and unlocking the gates to create havoc on Earth, or protecting the humans that he was born into. So this is The Art of Samuel. I am Samuel. Check out This Name in My Toilet on Kickstarter. It's a great gift if you like to laugh. It's fun for all. Thank you, Gary and Lou and Daphne and Aurelis and who else on Instagram, on IG. Thank you, Mondry, Joker Fan, Dylan, Jesus Barrios, Wednesday Pull, Dwayne, and Lumberjack, Nick Art, and Casey the Sledge, and Blackout Comics. Thank you all for watching tonight. And I will see you guys later, and I'll leave you with the outro, and we'll go from there. So let me turn off the music. And again, thank you all for watching. Where's my outro? Here it is. Bye.